What's up now? Know the crowd? What now? We all love going out, but we all hate ending up in the wrong place. Jessica, one of our team members, tells us a sad story about going out to Governor's Island when she only had a few minutes or a short period of time, getting there, and there was a 2-hour wait to go to an Oktoberfest event. Obviously, it was a total waste of time. We've all had that experience. What if you knew what the crowd was like in real time, tonight, now? And even better, what if you had a good guess of what it would be like an hour from now, or 2 hours from now? What we do is we use the crowd to find out that information. We ask 3 simple questions that let you predict or rate what's happening at the venue of your choice. We make it fun by giving it, and addicting, by giving prizes to the best predictors. And we let the crowd decide who the best predictors are. And we use the information we collect to make everybody, to let everybody make much more informed choices about what they're going to do now. We're different because we review the real-time crowd, not the venue. We're different because we respect privacy. And we're different because we make it fun and addicting, but make it very valuable all at the same time. We all know the current market. Here are the numbers. They're probably bigger than that now because that was taken an hour ago. This is a growing market. Very fast growing market. We're at the beginning of it. There will be a number of revenue opportunities here. Subscriptions for venues, subscriptions to venues to host future events, sale of consumer preference marketing data, because we're going to learn a lot about what people like, private event ticket sales, etc. You can keep thinking on. There are a lot of revenue opportunities we'll see. So what's the user experience like? Well, everyone has a smartphone today. Not everyone's GPS enabled. We make it easy, even if you're not GPS enabled. You scan a QR code at the location you're at. We send some around for you to try it on your phone. It works today. And we bring you right to the venue that you're at. Once you're at the venue, there are 3 simple questions you answer with a slide bar. And you can answer these same questions whether you're predicting the future or talking about now. You choose what you want to do and you make that decision. You talk about how crowded it is. You talk about the type of crowd it is. And you talk about the social mix. And you can enter a free-form question if you want. That's it. The flip side is, I'm not there yet. I'm going out. What I want to do. I get a very similar screen, and I ask the same questions to filter where I want to go. And I get a list of all the places that meet my criteria with icons that are easily understandable, not these, but easily understandable icons that will let you decide which events most closely match, aside from filtering where you want to go. We also have a map feature. The map feature lets you see where all those events that meet your criteria are, as well as let you see people you know where they are. This is where some of the privacy features come in. We don't tell you who's there. We just show you if it's green, if it's someone you know. And we have a way of figuring out who you know that we're not going to discuss now, but we know who you know. And if it's someone you know through someone, we make it yellow. And if it's further away, we make it purple. But you get to see where the people you are without the privacy issues. Okay. We have a great team. We came together as a group of people who didn't know each other, and in a very, very short period of time, hours, we became a team of founders. We all believe in this product. Some of the team members came here to work on their own project. It was an amazing experience. I'd like, one at a time, you'd stand up, introduce yourself, and tell us what you think, in order. Sean?
Hi, I'm Jason. I think it's a great product.
Gosh, I also think it's a great product, and I can finally give up Foursquare.
No.
I'm Phil. Had a great time working with the team. Had a lot of fun building the product, and we got lots of surprises in store for everybody. Going to be some really interesting things coming up that we have in store for you.
Jessica?
Hello, I'm Jessica Lukash. My favorite word is buster cluck. I've been to a lot of very overcrowded places in my life, so I'm really excited about this product.
Great. Ethan?
I'm Ethan. I don't know if there's time, but I like it too. Crawling or taking information off of other networks and all to kind of bootstrap, like, because I'm the first user and nobody else is on here, it's sort of problematic, but male, female, you can kind of tell maybe based on names, check-ins, people already talking about these places on Twitter.
This is actually not, to get started, is not as crowd sensitive as you think, because one person can report on the mix of the place. So the plan is, the answer to your difficult answer is yes, we are going to take information on this. We're not doing it yet, other than the venue data we've managed to pull in. But the more important thing is that we're able to grow this incrementally. You know, it'll be immediately valuable to small group of friends while using it. It'll be immediately valuable to a location. I live in the Hamptons, there are 30 restaurants. I live there full time, packed in the summer, in the winter. Yeah, there's not enough people to fill one of them. It's a valuable product today, just with a few people using it. So I think that by going into the venues and selling it through the venues, get the venues to say what's going on, and get the venues, the people at the venues, to report on them, to bring up their rating as a predictor of what's going to happen, so that they get prizes. That's the idea.
Talk a little bit more about exactly how you would start your operations. What is it? Who would you go target to right away? Would you go talk to venues initially? Would you be doing PR among people who go out? How would you get it going?
You know, as I believe this is an opportunity for an ultralight start, very low funding, we can get this out there. So it would be a combination of grassroots, get out there into the bars, and PR. It's, you know, I believe it can grow incrementally very fast and get to the point where it should be viral because it has real value to the people who at that specific venue. So if you get one venue to use it, they will get their people in that venue to continue to use it. And I think that's the key to, plus PR, but I think that would be a key to getting out there.
The follow-up question is, how do you show venues that people actually showed up to your product?
There's not a page here, but obviously using the QR codes, we do it through Bitly, we're going to have the ability to track and give the venues a lot of information in terms of analytics, what this is doing for them. And we think that this is one of the reasons why, once we get some scale, one of the reasons why we have an advertising opportunity that's unique. Because we'll be able to show on a, one of the first we'll show that mobile devices are being used at their property, we can accept it.
I prevent the venues from cheating, because if I'm a venue owner, there's no way I'm going to post on there that, oh yeah, this is a real sausage fest. I would post the same thing every night.
I would have thought that, and it's funny because we did a couple of pivots in coming in here, and we were first focused on gaming that would keep honesty, and in going out in the last 3 nights after being here till midnight, I went out and went to bars and spoke about the product. Almost universally, the people at the bar said, why would I lie? If I say it's crowded and it's empty, someone's going to come here and leave. If it's empty, I'm going to tell them it's empty, and someone who wants to go where it's empty and sit at the bar is going to come and pay me to drink or eat, whatever. There's very low incentive to lie. So we switched it and we did a pivot and said, let's not rate on how honest people are. Let's get people to predict the future and rate them on how well they will predict the future. And that's how we evolve since Friday.
Let's just say 2 more questions.
It may be a little bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy, we hope. Maybe not. but there's been a number of studies done that the crowd can predict things very well. Stock market, outcome of baseball games, etc. We think there's an opportunity to use the crowd to create short-term predictions. What's going to happen, you know, what do you think the bar is going to be like in the next hour? Is the crowd building? Is it, you know, based on who's there? I think it's going to get more busy. I think it's going to, you know, more people are going to come in. And I think that then when the people actually do come in, check in and say what it is like, we find out whether or not they predicted accurately. Over time, people will get ratings based upon how good a job they do at predicting. So we'll have a weighting algorithm that looks at how people have performed in the past on weighting and at venues. I mean, there are a lot of analytics that go into it, but we think we think over time with data we can get very accurate on predicting.
All right, one more question from the panel, if not from the audience. Go ahead.
Who's your target market? I noticed that you're focusing on guy-girl ratio in the crowd, so that maybe indicates that a single person looking to meet someone of the opposite sex is your target market?
That question is probably phrased wrong, and we've struggled with that for a while, and we have to improve that. We want to get, you know, place to be singles place, to be couples place. We thought that the question really wasn't that important, singles, couples, more the mix. If it's a 50-50 mix at a place, it's going to attract both singles and couples. There's more important at the place we decided it's a singles place. So I think we have some, we think we can do it in 3 questions. We're going to have to play around with those questions, but it's not the target market is the people who are going out, regardless of what they're looking for. Whether it be art galleries, it's way beyond restaurants and bars. This is, art galleries, openings, etc.
Next group, please come.